Hello students, today's lecture is on depreciation, in which I am going to cover a few illustrations, a little bit of theory also. If you refer to my previous lecture on depreciation, you will find that I have covered the whole theory portion quite a bit. So if you go through that video, it will be easier for you to follow today. So let us start with the method of recording depreciation. So there are two types of arrangements for recording the depreciation on fixed asset. So first is charging the depreciation to the asset account, and the second is creating a provision for depreciation or an accumulated depreciation account. So in case of charging of depreciation to asset account, the value of the asset keeps on reducing every year. And in the second method, where we create an accumulated depreciation account, here the asset will be at the original cost throughout. So let us understand with the help of the journal entries. So in case of charging depreciation to the asset account, at the time of purchase of the asset, the entry, a journal entry will be any asset which is purchased, asset account debited to bank or cash. Then towards the end of the year, at the end of the year, we charge the depreciation, where the entry will be depreciation debited to asset account. Now, since depreciation is a expense which has to be charged in the profit and loss account, so we pass the entry profit and loss account debited to depreciation account. These are the entries basically. Now going to the second method, that is provision for depreciation or accumulated depreciation account. Here a provision for depreciation account is created. So the journal entries will be at the time of purchase of account. It is the same asset debited to bank account or cash account, and at the end of the year when depreciation is going to be charged, the entry will be depreciation debited to provision for depreciation account. So asset is not touched. Now the third entry is for charging depreciation. It is the same, charging depreciation to profit and loss account, the profit and loss account debited to depreciation. Now let us understand this with the help of a small illustration. A machinery is purchased for 1,20,000 on 1st April 2022. The depreciation is charged at 10,000 every year. So the accounts are closed on 31st March every year to show the machinery account. So let's see under both the methods I have explained. So under the first method, that is where asset value is going to be changed. So balance sheet as on 31st March 2023. So machinery cost is 1,20,000 less depreciation for the year 22-23, that will be 10,000. So the value that comes in the balance sheet will be 1,10,000. Now the next year when you prepare your balance sheet, the value will be 1,10,000 machinery, and depreciation for 23-24 will be again 10,000 because it is a SLM method, and the value shown in the balance sheet will be 1 lakh for the machinery. Now understanding the same problem with the second method, that is provision for depreciation account. Here the balance sheet as on 31st March 2023 will be machinery, the original cost is 1,20,000 less provision for depreciation account, that is 10,000. So machinery will be shown in the balance sheet at net 1,10,000. Okay. Now the balance sheet as on 31st March 2024, where the machinery will be shown at original cost, that is 1,20,000 less provision for depreciation. Here the provision for depreciation will increase because this is an accumulated account where the depreciation every year will keep on getting accumulated. So previous year's 10,000 and plus this year's 10,000 makes it 20,000. So net balance shown in the balance sheet will be 1 lakh. So in both the cases, the amount is the same, but the treatment will be different. Now let us understand the second example. Second illustration is on 1st April 2014. A merchant purchased furniture costing 55,000. It is estimated that its life is 10 years, at the end of which it will be sold for 5,000. So additions are made on 1st April 2015 and 1st October 2017 to the value of 9,500 and 8,400. It's also given that residual values 500 and 400 respectively. So show the furniture account for the first 4 years if depreciation is according to SLM method, that is straight line. So let us start right away. Furniture account, this is the ledger account for furniture. So we'll have a debit and we'll have a credit and date, particulars, ledger folio and amount. That's the same in the credit side also. So the first entry will be on 1st April 2014 to bank account. So 55,000, that is what was paid for purchasing the furniture, and depreciation will be, let's see the calculation of depreciation. Cost is 55,000 and the scrap value or the residual value is 5,000. So it makes it 50,000. So 50,000 divided by 10 is 5,000. So this is the amount of the depreciation. So depreciation 5,000. So balance that will be carried down is 50,000. So again on 1st April 2015, the balance comes 50,000. Now there is a change here that on 1st April 2015, another furniture is purchased for 9,500 having a residual value of 500. So how do we calculate the depreciation? 9,500 and the residual value will be 500. So 9,000, depreciation is 9,000 divided by 10 is 900. Okay. So the depreciation entry that we make in the second year is 5,000 for the first machinery and 900 for the second machinery. So 5,900. So the balance will be 53,600, that is carried forward this year, and the next year 1st April 2016 the balance brought down will be 53,600. So depreciation here in this year there is no purchase, no sale. So the amount remains the same and depreciation will be 5,000 plus 900 makes it 5,900. So the balance will be 47,700. This again is brought down here on 1st April 2017. We make the entry to balance brought down 47,700. Now a third machinery is purchased for 8,400 with residual value 400. So let's again see the calculation. 8,400 minus the residual value 400. So this 8,000 divided by 10 is the depreciation will be 800. Okay. So now the depreciation amount will change to 5,000 plus 900 plus 400. So 6,300 is the new depreciation amount. So and another furniture is purchased on 1st October 2017. Here we are making the entry and the balance amount that is carried down is 49,800. So I hope this is clear. Now another topic is sale or disposal of asset. Suppose an asset is sold before it is fully depreciated. So how we are going to make the treatment? So depreciation on assets sold is charged from the beginning of the year up to the date of sale. Till the date on when this asset is going to be sold, we have to charge the depreciation. Now the sale proceeds and written down value or the book value may not be same. Okay. So if the sale price is more, if you sell at a price which is more than the book value, then you will be making a profit. And if you sell it at a lower value or less value, then you are making a loss. So gains or loss on asset is transferred to profit and loss account when the asset is sold. So the following entries are made. See, depreciation is provided up to the date of sale. So in case of first method, the entry will be depreciation debited to asset account. This is normal method, and when provision for depreciation method is done, then depreciation is transferred to provision for depreciation account, and when the asset is going to be sold, provision for depreciation will be debited to asset account. Sale of asset, if it is sold in cash or bank or credit transaction, then the party account will be debited to asset account. And if profit is earned, like sale value is more than the book value on the date of sale, then the entry will be asset account debited to profit on sale of asset. And if it is a loss, then the entry will be loss on sale of asset to asset account. Now let us understand the concept of profit and loss on sale of asset with the help of an illustration. So Gurman Industries purchased a second-hand machinery for 5,50,000 and spent 50,000 on its repair. Now depreciation is provided at 10% by SLM method and the machinery is sold for 4,40,000. Accounting year is financial year, that is ending on 31st March. Now calculate the profit or loss on sale of machinery in each of the following alternative cases. So 4 cases are given and we have to understand the difference where the profit loss and how to treat it. So the total cost of machinery to start with is 5,50,000 plus 50,000. This has to be added because the machinery is still not usable. So all the expenses made to make the machinery come to use is added to the cost. So 5,50,000 plus 50,000 is the total cost of machine, that is 6 lakh. Now the depreciation will be 6 lakh, 10% of 6 lakh is 60,000. So the first case, if the date of purchase is 1st April 2020 and the date of sale is 31st March 2023, that makes it 3 years of use. So let's see, first case is 6 lakh is the total cost of machinery and 60,000 is the depreciation. So 3 years it will be 60,000 in the 3, 1,80,000. So the book value will be 6 lakh minus 1,80,000 is 4,20,000. Now 4,20,000 has to be reduced from the sale price. So it is a positive, 4,40,000 minus 4,20,000. So it is a profit. Now the second case. If the date of purchase is 1st April 2020 and the date of sale is 30 September 2022. Now here what is happening? The total usage is 2.5 years. That means 60,000 into 5 by 2, that is 2.5 years, that makes it 1,50,000. So 60,000 for first year plus 60,000 for second year and 30,000 for the third year, half year. So 1,50,000. So 6 lakh minus 1,50,000. The book value will be 4,50,000. Now sale proceeds is 4,40,000 and the book value is 4,50,000. So this will be a loss of 10,000. Now the third case is if the date of purchase is 1st July 2020 and date of sale is 31st March 2023. So we have to calculate how many years or how many days the machinery is being used. So 2 3/4 years, that makes it 1,65,000 will be the depreciation calculation. Okay, so 6 lakh minus 1,65,000 makes it 4,35,000. So this is the book value of the machinery. So 4,40,000 minus 4,35,000 will be 5,000, that is the profit. And now coming to the last case, date of purchase is 1st July 2020 and the date of sale is 30th September 2022. So again we'll calculate the number of years, that is 2 1/4 years. So the depreciation will be calculated likewise, it is 1,35,000. So 6 lakh minus 1,35,000 is 4,65,000. So that is more than the sale proceeds, so it's a loss of 25,000. So I hope this concept is clear. Now another illustration for written down value method. So till now we have done all the SLM method, straight line method, where a fixed percentage of amount was deducted as depreciation. So there was not much calculation. So WDV method is a little bit complicated. So please try to understand, follow this illustration along with me. From the following information of Mrs. Gold Star, prepare a machinery account for 3 years ending 31st March 2023. So what are the things given? 1st April 2020, purchased a second-hand machinery for 4 lakh rupees. Then on 1st April only, spent 1 lakh on its repairs to make it serviceable. So this is a fixed cost, it will be added to the cost of the machinery. 1st October 2020, purchased a new machinery, that is machinery number 2 for 10 lakhs. Okay. Then 1st April 2021, spent 10,000 on repair of new machinery. Then 30th September 2022, sale of machinery 1 for 2,25,000. And 30th September 2022, purchase a new machinery, that is machinery number 3 for 15 lakh. So method of depreciation is written down value and the rate of depreciation is 20% per annum. So let's start it. The first entry will be on 1st April 2020. So machinery account, it's a ledger account. So you write your debit and credit, date, particulars, rupees, and the same thing on the credit side only. So 1st April 2020, 1st April, we are writing to bank account, machinery number 1, 4 lakh. And because 1 lakh expenses are the expenses that has been incurred to make the machinery serviceable, so it will be added to the cost. So 1 lakh again, to bank account 1 lakh. Okay. And on October 2020, same year, October 2020, purchase machinery 2 for 10 lakh. So this is 10 lakh, machinery number 2. Now, how the depreciation will be calculated? Just be very careful, attentive also to understand the whole thing. Now, 4 lakh plus 1 lakh will be the cost of the machinery 1. So depreciation will be calculated at 20% on 5 lakh. That is 1 lakh. Okay. Now machinery 2 has also been purchased, but it is purchased on 1st October. So that means 6 months, October to 31st March is the 6 months that the machinery will be used. So we have to calculate the depreciation for only 6 months. So 10 lakh into 20% into 6 by 12, that makes it 1 lakh. So the total depreciation will be 1 lakh plus 1 lakh is 2 lakh. And the machinery, the balance carried down will be machinery 1 is 4 plus 5 lakh minus 1 lakh depreciation. And for the second machinery 10 lakh minus 1 is 9 lakh. So the total balance that will be carried down is 4 lakh and 9 lakh. So this is the amount that will be brought forward next year, that is April 2021. In this year, the depreciation will be again on 4 lakh, 20% because it is written down value. So again, every year you have to calculate 20% on the balance brought down on the book value. Okay. So the machinery amount was 5 lakh minus 1 lakh. That is 4 lakh. Now 4 lakh into 20% is 80,000. Now the second machinery is 10 lakh minus 1 lakh is 9 lakh into 20% is 1 lakh 80,000. So the balance now brought down will be 4 lakh minus 80,000 for the first machinery and 9 lakh minus 1 lakh 80,000 is 7 lakh 20 for the second machinery. Okay, is it clear now? Now we move on to the third year, that is 2022, in which the same amount as the book value that has been brought down is 3 lakh 20 for first machinery and second machinery is 7 lakh 20. Now a third machinery has been purchased on September 30th for 15 lakhs. Now the depreciation that has to be calculated will be for first machinery 3 lakh 20,000 into 20%. That will be 32. No. Now there is another condition that first machinery is sold on 30th September 2022. Okay, so after using it for 6 months in 2022, the machinery is sold. Before this, another entry is there. We have ignored it. That is 1st April 2021 spent 10,000 on repairs of new machinery. So see, here the repair has been done not to make the machinery usable. This is just a expense during the year. So because it is a revenue expenditure, so it will not be added to the machinery account. It will be directly taken to the profit and loss account. So we are going to ignore this in machinery account. And now for the sale of machinery 2,20,000, let us understand this. Depreciation calculation. So sale is for 2,20,000, but till September we have to calculate the depreciation. So depreciation will be 3,20,000 into 20% into 6 months. That makes it 32,000. And then, so 3,20,000. See, we'll make the calculation. 3,20,000 minus the depreciation up to September is 20% on 6 months, 32,000. That means 2,88,000. But the machinery is being sold for 2,25,000. That makes it 63,000 will be the loss on sale of machinery. So loss on sale of machinery, we have already read in the video before that loss on sale of machinery, the journal entry will be loss on sale of machinery to machinery account. Okay, so the entry will be 63,000. We are going to credit it, and for the second machinery 7,20,000, the depreciation will be 20%, 1,44,000. For the third machinery, which is purchased on September 30th. So that means here also the depreciation will be calculated for 6 months. So now these are the depreciation, these are the total entries for sale and loss, and so the balance will be 5,76,000 and 13,50,000. So this brings us to the end of this chapter. So for more illustrations, I'm going to bring another video. I'll record another video for more illustrations in detail. So please follow us in this, and also for any other queries or anything, you can WhatsApp me, or you can refer to my other videos in YouTube, and you can also visit our website, that is www.brightmindgurukul.com. Okay, thank you students.